Hello, I'm Cath from Best Coffee, and here's how you make a V60. First of all, there are loads of different variations and methods for making a V60. I'm going to show you one that makes enough for one person and is relatively simple with not too many steps. A V60 is something you might make every day. The method should be easy to repeat so you can get good, consistent brews every time. And if you're like me and it's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, I can't handle anything too challenging anyway. First, you need your ingredients. Coffee. Use good quality coffee beans and always grind them fresh before brewing. Your only other ingredient is water. Use good quality soft water if you can. The Peak water jug is great for transforming your tap water into perfect brewing water. And you need your equipment. V60, obviously. I'm using a size 2. A cup or a server to brew your coffee into. This is actually a glass brewing set from the Simply Hario range. Isn't it nice? This part's glass, but this section in the middle here is actually plastic, so it stops the two glass pieces from crashing into each other. Anyway, I digress. A V60 filter paper, a coffee grinder, a kettle or something to heat your water, and you also need a pouring kettle, so something with a long, narrow, elongated spout. Today I'm using the V60 Drip Kettle Air. A set of scales and a spoon. Let's do it. Heat your water to 96 degrees. Don't use boiling water, it needs to be slightly cooler than that. So you've got a temperature controlled kettle, amazing, set it to 96 degrees. If you've just got a regular kettle, boil it and then let it cool down just a touch. Grind 15 grams of coffee to a medium/fine grind. It should look a little bit like granulated sugar. All grinders are slightly different, so this is a variable you may need to tweak. We'll talk a little bit more about it at the end. Place your filter paper in your V60, fold the tab so that it lays flat, and rinse and preheat all of your equipment with hot water. This is important because you want the brewing temperature to stay between 92 to 96 degrees. Make sure you discard the water when you're finished. Shake in your ground coffee, keep it level and try not to get any grounds stuck up high on the wet filter. Time to brew. If the temperature of your water has dropped too much, now's the time to boost it back up quickly. Or if you boiled your kettle initially, it's probably at the perfect brewing temperature now. Get everything set up on your scales and tare them. Okay, the first pour is called the bloom, and it's really important because so much extraction happens in the early stages. You want to cover all of the grounds evenly, and you want to add just enough water so that the coffee absorbs as much as possible and you don't just have water passing straight through the bed of coffee. You will get some water going straight through, but it's just about minimizing this. We are going to pour on 35 grams of water, and this is why you need a pouring kettle, because it allows you to be slow and precise with your pour. Pause here after the first pour and allow the bloom to settle for 30 seconds. Second pour. Pour more water until you hit 150 grams on the scales, and when you pour with a medium flow and really agitate the bed of coffee. Wait for the water to flow through almost to the bottom and then begin your final pour. Pour until the scales hit 250 grams. This time, grab a spoon and give the bed a good stir back and forth about 10 times, super agitating the slurry. Wait for the water to drip through and you're done. The total time it should take is about 2.5 minutes. If that still seemed like a lot of steps to start off with, which maybe it is, especially if you're just beginning with V60s or maybe just starting to brew coffee, a lot of it will become automatic after you do it a couple of times, so don't worry. And then the only thing you'll really need to concentrate on is the pouring stages. Now, time to taste. If your coffee tastes a bit watery and sour, and it looked like the water was passing through the coffee quite quickly. Next time, you need to grind your beans a little bit finer. If your coffee is tasting dull and it looked like the water flowed through quite slowly, maybe it even choked a little bit in the filter paper, then next time you need to grind your coffee a little bit coarser. It takes a bit of experimentation to get it right, so you might have to play around with it. We have a short video with more tips on how to get the best out of your coffee. We'll put the link down below for you. I hope you can achieve a tasty brew using this recipe and that you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to Best Coffee for more coffee videos, and thank you very much for watching.